Hello and welcome back to a turbo. My head is in the shot. I always set it up and then panic. Well, not that you need to see my head, but I guess it's good to look at something. Get yourselves settled onto the bike. Welcome back to another Buzz Connect Turbo. Today's ride, we're going to be climbing. Lots of climbing today. So find yourself somewhere steady to settle onto the bike. And we will begin our 5-minute warm-up. I'm going to start the clock now. So, bums firmly on the saddle. Let's engage our lower abdominals. Get everything settled and still on the bike. Arms relaxed onto the handles. Nice big circles with your legs. Little squeeze through the glutes. Make sure they're working as well as your legs. So all our effort levels today, little frog in my throat, will be climbing. So aiming for RPM, how many times your legs turn over in a minute, of between 60 and 70. We'll do some counting along the way to make sure they're going slow enough. We can do a little practice now as we warm up. So what we'll do is count one leg, how many times it goes round in 15 seconds. I'll tell you when to start start counting, and tell you when to stop. And that number will give us our overall RPM. Okay? When we're climbing, we'll be aiming for about 15, 16 to 17 max counts per 15 seconds. So, let's start counting one leg now. And stop. Mine's about 20, which if you times by 4 is 80. So a little faster than when I'd be climbing, but it's somewhere where today I'm feeling comfortable spinning the legs. Letting my heart rate come up. I'm sweating already because it's hot, but waking up the body ready for some exercise. Halfway through our warm-up. I hope you're all well. We've had a busy week here, busy 10 days with the Tour de France, the tap, the buzzer tap, did some volunteering, all sorts going on. And also been busy at the Hive, which is fantastic to see. Lots of people coming in to use the facilities. And for baby news, I'm pretty sure I've started to feel little flutters and things moving about, which is quite exciting. Feeling all right, looking forward to our next scans. But plodding away, gonna keep consistent, try and get some workouts done. More for me, keep me happy, brain happy, and hopefully the rest will follow. Make sure you stay hydrated. As always, be it water, electrolytes, whatever you've got. Keep sipping away. Let's see if we can get through that bottle throughout the session. So our first round of efforts, we're going to be aiming for a 7.5. Just above moderate, working, climbing for 2 minutes, And then 1 minute at easy. We'll do that 6 times. Now, I've not made it up to G-Plan this year, so we'll give that one a miss. But I did a Warriors at the weekend, so maybe we'll try and attempt a Warrior in 2-minute blocks. Bring those of you back home out to the Alps. We did our time trial on Saturday, so I can talk you through the climb. Right, that first one's approaching. Add on enough resistance that your legs slow. We're climbing, getting those legs stronger, building some muscle. You're aiming for 1 every second. Feeling pressure through the feet. Let's try and find the right cadence. So let's count 1 leg now. And stop. I'm at 17, so I'm definitely at the upper end of how fast I want my legs to be turning. It's got my heart rate up though, and a little breathless. Probably a bit much. 7.5 is what we're aiming for. Nice big circles. Squeeze through the glute. Drive that foot across the floor. "20 seconds to go. "10. 2, 1, ease it back nice and easy. Get that heart rate down. And recover. Right, so now we have a rough idea of how slow our legs need to be. Better idea of the intensity. I'll start taking you up a warrior. Now to get the actual segment, Strava segment, you've got to cross the roundabout down here. So we took our team around the corner, pedaled towards the roundabout and off. So there's no doubt that you've crossed the start line. It's coming up, ready in 5. Add some resistance, slow the legs, and begin climbing. That moderate plus. Squeezing through the legs, through the glutes, light on the handlebars. Now the start of the warrior climb, we go over the roundabout, take a right past the hive. And the first bit's not too bad. Up towards the traffic lights. You hope they're green. Over the traffic lights. And for the first 8 kilometers, yeah, you're in the trees. So there's lots of hairpins, windy wind, up through the trees. A little bit of shade. One more minute here. Round a hairpin, driving through, keeping it steady. We've got a while to go. Feeling the legs, but they can keep going. 25 seconds. Make sure those knees are square to your hips. Everything nice and parallel. Try not to let the knees drop in. Keep those glutes working hard. 5, 2, 1, ease it back. Whew, hot. Spinning along, little recovery between those yellow signs, ticking off the kilometers. This time round we'll do another cadence check. Make sure you're hitting the numbers. My heart rate's dropping. This is positive knees. Always good in recovery. If it stays high, you've probably overdone it. Right, you ready? Next one, add it on. Start climbing. Moderate plus. Able to chat if needed. Settle in, and we'll do another count. Ready to count one leg. Now. Stop. Let's bang on the same again. 17. Make the adjustments if you need to. Add a bit more resistance, or just simply slow the legs. Less than a minute. I think by now we're crossing under the supermorzine cable car. Definitely not at the parking yet. But seeing the mountain bikers pass overhead. Still in the trees. Still chatting, still turning the legs. 5 seconds, and ease it back. Halfway through these, ticking them off. Sweaty, sweaty. I closed some of the windows to make it quieter. I've got a fan going, but hopefully you can hear me loud and clear, and I probably should have left them open a crack. So we've gone up under the supermorzine lift, eyeing up some of the shallows on the way up, checking out their smart driveways, seeing who has the best view, looking down on morzine below, across to Plenny. Right, round 4, add on the resistance, slow the legs, and we're climbing again. Settle in. Honestly, squeeze your glutes, puff them out at the back. It adds watts without touching anything. Use that powerhouse. Take the pressure away from your knees. Drive down through the leg. Core strong. Few more hairpins. Power around the bend. Sky is crystal clear. We can just see the sun coming through the trees, a little dapply on the road. Legs are feeling strong. We're taking this first section steady. Getting the steeper climb done at a steady pace. Leaving energy in the tank for when we come out on top and we can see the end of the climb. "20 more seconds, making it as efficient as possible. "10. 2, 1, bring it back. 2 more. So, the fastest on Saturday to get up the Avoria climb was Sam Pitcher, 36 minutes. 36. Slightly bonkers. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll have seen his facial expression said it all. He gave it everything. Knocked off a minute-ish off his personal best last year. So awesome. Right. We're going to do it just as fast today. Next one's here. Off we go. Add the resistance. Slow the legs. Back to that moderate plus. 2 minutes. My fastest up there is just under 46 minutes. And the tactics we're applying to this session is how I think Avoria should be climbed. If you gun it from the start, there's flatter sections at the top, but you just don't have the power to push because you've wasted it. Not wasted it, but badly distributed it. Whereas if you can climb steady through the trees and then let it all go, those flatter sections near the top, less hairpins, put the hammer down. Pretty sure that's what I did on my PB. And when I've tried to do it since, I've not replicated that. I've wanted it too much and gone hard too soon, or too hard too soon. "25 seconds, team. Last check on the cadence. Count one leg, starting now. And ease it back. I'm down to 16. So a little slower on the legs. One more. Yeah, got a tactics come into it so much once you know what you're dealing with. But it's a good climb. So, last one at 2 minutes. We're going to bring ourselves out of the woods. Last few hairpins. And we'll head past the Supermaursine, add it on the Supermaursine car park. So often around here, you'll hear the paraponters taking off, or trying to, waiting for the right window, appropriate wind. Keep those legs slow, nice big circles, drive through the glutes. Strong legs, try and look forward. So for myself on Saturday, I set myself some rules. 1, not to get too breathless. That was the main one. I just had to get to the top. I was hoping to have someone to chat to, but they were all taking it a little more serious than I thought they would. So put myself in a cruisy hole. Heart rate got to 160 quite quickly. Aim was to keep it there. Felt good. But as we got closer to the top, you just can't help yourself. I could feel myself squeeze a little more. Took the heart rate up to 170, but still chatted and made sure that when we crossed the line, I was definitely very much aerobic. This little bundle is more important than a ride up Aurora. 5 more seconds. Ease it back. Nice work, team. So our next block of work, still another 6 rounds. But we're going to do 1 minute at 7, so a fraction easier than what we've just done. And then 1 minute at a hard. So bring it above threshold, give it a good squeeze for an extra minute. Then the recovery. So 3 intervals, or 3 intensities, that we'll do 6 times. So this will mimic us being able to have a good little push across the top of the cliffs, those last 5 or so kilometres up to the second roundabout, which is where the segment ends. Right, we're ready to find that 7, add it on, still climbing, legs still slow, find that 7, which is sometimes harder when there's less resistance. So really try and slow the legs, but keep it light-ish under the feet. A little grip, but nothing too bad. Let's do a check. Ready? And go. And stop. I was at 18. Slowing it down without making it too hard. But the 8 plus is here. Ready? Add the resistance. Keep the legs the same. Push, push, push. You've got a minute working at an 8.5. Driving through the legs. Building some burn. Building some heat, pushing across the flat, or it's not flat. across the cliffs. You've got views to motivate you. Rachael and Avoria up ahead. 20 seconds. $15. Well done, team. $5. Ease it back. Nice one. So when you go past the Super Morzine car park, or the one that's underneath it, you turn right. There is a water trough, I think. And that to me is a sign where you've done the hardest bit of climbing. And if you've paced yourself right, you should have energy in the tank to race across the top. Heart rate's dropping. Recovery's still happening. It's always good to see. And then we're going to call into our 7. So add a gear, add a twist, a little bit of resistance, but slow the legs. Really think about slow cadence. Thinking power, muscles, strength. $30 more seconds, and then we're bringing it up to an 8+. Building heat in the legs, getting that little bit more fatigued. Just for a minute. Are we ready? Last 10 seconds here. Bit premature. 2, 1, add it on. Find that power. There's a little drag lift on your left. You wiggle through little bend in the road. Keeping strong. Still energy in the tank. $20 seconds. You can see Avoria. Really not far to go. 10 more seconds. 2, 1, ease it back. Good work. Little check. Always check my tummy, it's cold. If you're sweating efficiently, not the coldest I've felt myself, but your sweat should cool you down. Sounds obvious, but to the touch, you should feel a little cooler. And then you've got an efficient sweating system going on. Body doing its job. Heart rate still dropping. Taking a little longer this time. That minute's not going to cut it. Well, nearly there. Right, up to your 7. Add a little resistance on. Slow those legs. Get back into the climb. So once you go past that little drag lift on the left, the next sort of landmark is the cheese and dairy farm. Serrasso. 6-man chairlift, you go under. and the skiers go through a tunnel, but the road takes us over the top. Mountain bikers are left and right, all on the, at the moment, a little bit dusty pass. And we're going to do a little squeeze past the farm. It's approaching. 10 seconds, less. 5, make those changes. We're up to an 8 plus. Off you go. Keep the cadence slow. Drive through your legs. Build that strength, that power. Feel the muscles begin to ache. They're working hard. Try and keep them parallel. No caving into the inside. "30 seconds. Maybe a whiff of cow manure makes you drive a little faster. 15. 10. 5. Ease it back, well done. Whew. 2 more. Looking forward to a nice cold shower. I think our shower has been set permanently on the cold side. So the next segment, no, I think we've got 3 left, sorry. Next little bit is taking us up to the golf course, I guess, and towards the cafe and maybe the Juvet junction. Add that resistance. We're at a 7 to start with. Slowing the legs, a little pressure under the feet, building. Concentrating on good technique so that when we go harder, we can keep that good technique and just add the resistance. Try and relax your shoulders. Sit tall out the saddle. Little softness in the arms. Big circles. Ready, team, in 9. Add the resistance. 3. Off you go. Drive strong through the legs. Big circles. Squeeze through the glutes. Powering up towards that cafe and beyond. Turning to the golf course on the right. Down to the goat village on the left. Some cracking views. "30 seconds. "20. 15. Come on. Stay with me. 7. 2. 1. Back you come. 2 more. Heart rate recovery. Legs recover. Rehydrate. I'm not doing very good Making very good progress on this bottle. So, 2 more. Nice moderate 7. Pass the cafe. Make it look cool, you know. Got everything under control. Me, working hard? No. Yeah, let people look at you like, whoa, they must be strong. Trying to keep that breath under control. Slow legs, a little bit of pressure under the legs. Enough to be working, but not too much. So that actually kicks up fractionally up to the 1K to go marker. But again, don't boost it out there particularly. Get over that little nugget and then go for it. So we're going to come up that little nugget. We're going to go strong. It's that real strong, but not everything. So we're an 8+, but we can keep going. We're powering through, up and over. Slow legs, mine are probably sped up. Less than 30 seconds. Fifteen. Keep going. 10. 5. Right across. Ease it back. We've got 1 more. Big deep breaths, water. Last one, team. We're past that 1K sign. 1K to go. And all we've got to do is cross the roundabout. And I think the kilometre marker, it actually takes us to the top of Aurora's. So it's even less than a kilometre. And that's where you let it all go. So we'll do a 7 first. 1, add it on. Slow those legs. And we're going to build. So we're going to make this one our best. Unleashing everything that we've got left. Keeping steady for now. Slow legs. Find that right cadence. We can do a little check. Start counting 1 leg. Now. Stop. Like 16, 17. Keep that cadence. All you're going to do is start building with your gears, your resistance, adding it on, and go. Last one. We can see the finish, see the roundabout. We're powering through. If you want to go above that 8+, go for it. This is your last push, all the way to the top. Big circles. Drive through the legs. 30 seconds. Come on, team. Who's going to get there first? Who's going to go the furthest today in your remaining 15 seconds? 10, 5, 2, 1. Bravo. Ease it back. Solid effort. Nice work. Let yourselves recover. Let those legs spin out. Get that heart rate back under control. Breathing. And I think you all PB'd. Look at that. Feeling like you've got FOMO on Buzz time trial? I'll bring it to you live from the hive. Good work. Right, we're going to settle into our 5 minutes. Let your heart rate continue to cool down. Settle on the bike and start that recovery process. Rehydrate. And you can even start snacking as early as now. Having a banana on your cereal, maybe eat half of it now. Get some carbs in you straight away. And then you can top it up with protein and fats once you get off the bike. Replenish that glycogen as soon as possible. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm still on the water and probably won't eat for another half hour or so until I get home. I've then pre-ordered some deliciousness from Wild Beets to have. I just realised I didn't have anything particularly good in my fridge, and to avoid slogging around the supermarket, I said to Zoe, give me a pack, give me a takeaway. So that's what I will be having. Heart rate's dropped nice and steadily. For me, I'm back down at 120. So worth noting where you started and now where you're finishing. It's just handy knowing what your body's doing. We were saying the other day, those who'd finished the ETAP, they went for a little bike ride and their heart rate soared immediately. And I said, well, that is a sign of fatigue. But equally, you can struggle to get your heart rate up if you're also fatigued. Sometimes it can mean that you're a little bit ill as well, or run down. But either, anything abnormal often means that something abnormal is going on. Another couple of minutes here. Hope you enjoyed today's session. Let me know how you got on in the comments below. It's always nice to hear when a session's been done. If you do want to come and do the Avoria climb yourselves, remember, a little plug, there's the Morzine or Montreal-Morzine Avoria MMA triathlon on the 26th of August. You can come out and participate. The bike will take you from Lac de Montreal all the way up to the Jouvert crossing, so not up to Avoria, and then down back to the hive, around the roundabout, and then all the way up the segment, essentially, to the other roundabout, back up Avoria, and across to the transition area. Deceivingly hard. I think people look at the 35 kilometre, I think it is, and go, be fine. What they fail to appreciate is the amount of climbing, and that it will take them a little while. hydration and food and pacing, all essential for a good race. Right, your last 20 seconds here. Make sure to have a little stretch. As always, get the lower body done. Glutes, quads, hip flexors, maybe into your calves, your ankles, give your toes a little wiggle. Hamstrings, and it's worth rolling out your shoulders and maybe giving your upper body a re-stretch as well. That's you guys done. Awesome session. And I look forward to seeing you back here very soon. Check out that sweat. Good work, guys. See you soon.